Welcome everyone, this is Pilot Needles, and today we are starting a new season of Pinetopia. And as usual, we are going to be starting by cutting down some trees. Now this season is starting right after the release of the Copper Age update. So naturally, one of the features that are going to be of this season is that I will try to utilize some of the new copper related features. Now, I have come up with 6 goals for this season. I figured after last year, where I made a set of goals and I think everything went pretty successful, and a lot more successfully in my previous seasons, that I most likely will do something similar on there. Let's see if I can be just as successful. Now, the 6 items that I have come up with so far. Oh, it'll do something with the leaf debris there. I had completely forgotten that this is the first time playing Minecraft where I have the leaf debris, which is one of the updates from earlier this year. My last episode was just... Did I just hear somebody? Oh, okay. The last episode was right after the bundles update. Oh, that's right. Bundles are now available. Are going to be available. I had to keep those in mind. I had completely forgotten about those. But there were, I think, 4 drops Since then, we had the pale oak update in there. Now, right now I'm thinking to something to work with that is that I have one of my goals in there is going to be making a tower for happy gas, because I mean obviously with the addition of happy gas that came in I think in the previous update to this, well, I must have go and do something along with the happy gas and bring them into whatever I do. So I am going to make a tower for the happy gas and using the white wood from the pale oak forest in order to work with that. So that's my current update on the matter. Is some little tweaks on that matter. Then I also, of course, I'm going to go and create a pumpkin farm, partly so that I could make copper golems, because one of the plans is to make copper chests and see if I could set up at least some sort of sorting system utilizing the copper golems. I don't know exactly. It's probably not going to be anything as elaborate as the top players in there, but it's, something that I think that could work with what I need in there. And of course, I don't need huge tons of everything on that. Oh boy, yeah, these things that everybody was studying over in the spring, I say, or now saying, oh yeah, like sideways birch trees, which is maybe I should actually start making some tools here. But of course, the big thing will be, first thing I want to do, my first major goal will be copper. Yes, copper. So let's see, what do we need here? So before I even have to worry about copper, I am going to be needing to worry about getting a set of tools. So I will probably wind up starting out to getting some. Okay, at the very least I need a pickaxe. And I might as well get an axe. Sword, probably not worrying about a sword at the moment. Pickaxe, 6, sword. Can't remember what the other. Whatever, the most important one is the pickaxe, so that I could find some stone so that I can get this. In fact, there is some copper right over there. Can I mine? Actually, that's a question. Can you mine copper with? I have a feeling this is not going to work. Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. So start out with. I got to make sure that there are no creepers. Yeah, like that creeper. Yeah. All right. So. Note to self: wood pickaxes do not mine. See, that's how long it's been since I've played. I had forgot that little point. Ah, okay. Here is something. Oh, this is gravel, not stone. Ah, you know how. Oh, that's right. Shovels. That's something I could have used if they. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need a. Any place that we've got stone that isn't going to be infested with creepers? Ah, this should be it. That way I can at least get a stone axe so that I... Alright, fine. This breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Yeah, that's the way to get... Let's see if there's any more copper here, because it would be nice to have some copper. Preferably copper that I haven't destroyed. There we go. I don't like the look of that. Right now, what I do need to do is to make some real tools. Because obviously I'm not going to get very far with wooden tools. Okay, so here we go. Let's get our... Yeah, let's get our sticks into there. Let's see, we need a pickaxe, good. We need an axe, good. Oh, we need a hoe, good. We need a shovel, good. We need a sword because they don't have spears yet. Yeah. I did hear the announcement that spheres are going to be in the next update, so that I'm really looking forward to, because if anyone's seen some of my content from other games, you will know that when spheres are available, I do like to use them. But unfortunately, this game does not currently support spheres. We'll have to see how the spheres are implemented and all, because it looks like they don't have a throwing option for spears, so we don't exactly have a javelin mode for them. Actually, how's the time? Now, you see in the upper left in there, I have the coordinates, so that is built into the game now. So we now have vanilla coordinates in the system, but unfortunately, actually what it is, it's what's from the F3 screen is brought over onto the regular screen in there. Oh, fireflies. Okay. Alright, fine. I figure at some point I am going to have to go underground. Oh, okay. We can do that here. And then, of course, I'll probably have to do some stuff underground and mine during the evening until I find a better... Yeah, that's what I thought. It is getting to be late in the day. So I think what I should do is to start mining for some copper. Right? Because that's the plan, is to have a great deal of copper in here. Now, let's see. copper. How did I go through this and not get a single bit of coal, considering all the coal that was in those first places that I attempted to mine? Ah. What, the... Probably means that the wooden pickaxe wasn't very good at mining that either. Oh, well, let's see what we've got here. We want to get this out. Get me that. Get me that. A nice door. Oh. No coal? Oh, actually, I can get a furnace here. Did I leave anything that can make charcoal? Oh, yes, I do still have some logs so that I can make charcoal if I wish, and probably just make a couple of pieces, because if I make a huge amount, most likely half a second later, I will find tons and tons and tons of... let's see, 1, 2, 3 of coal in there. All right, there we go. That way I can make some torches. Let's see if I can find some copper. And along with copper and coal, those... Okay, I'm just getting out of the light. I was wondering, it's getting weird here. Nah, it's just the lighting. I now have my... we'll do that for now. I have my charcoal. Ah, I can see! I can see, and I can dig. And ultimately, I will find copper. Because that is my first goal of this session, is to get some copper tools. Aha! Here it is now. Really? Ah. Okay. Well, I will take the iron there, but for now, the iron is not going to be the principal thing I'm going to do, because what the idea is that I will go at least one full episode using the copper gear that I make here and finding a little bit of early iron is not going to induce me to do that. I know the iron is better on the most part. But I think that the idea is to see what I can do with the copper equipment, and so therefore I will work with that for an episode or two, then worry about upgrading the tools afterwards. There we go. Let's see. So if I use the iron for something, it'll be something in which there is no copper option. But this is rather... How deep am I? I am at 49. Wow. Okay. Actually, I better do... I'm not exactly... Actually... Yeah, I think that's the... Yeah, I think 49 is what that is. All right, because it's the first time I'm using this particular coordinate display as my main coordinate display, so just make sure I'm not reading it incorrectly. Okay, so I think I'm about to run out here. Yeah, there it is. So I'll just head on up and let us start smelting some copper. Ouch, ouch, ouch. It is still dark outside, so let's see what we've got. Ooh, we've got we've got iron to cook. Now let's see what we can do with what we've got in here. So far, I've got 5 ingots. Okay, so let us start out with the tools. Actually, if we go start with the tools, then I better get 6 ingots to start with. We will get sticks first, of course. I know how quickly you go through the various ones, and that's one of the reasons why I've decided that I'm going to stick to copper for the early parts, for the first few episodes, is to force me to see the copper tools actually in use, because look how little time I spent. I know I used up an entire stone pickaxe, but the other parts, things made out of stone, never even got any use to it. See, that's how quickly I got through them. So therefore there we have a copper axe, and good. Anything else we've got? I might even start to get a little bit of armor in there. How's the day-night cycle going? I am going to need to get some golds for a clock at some point, because I don't have the day counter or anything like that here that I would normally have. Because if that is in the... Oh, that's right. I was getting that from Batty's Coordinates. I was wondering, okay, where was I seeing that before in my old setup? Of course, Batty's Coordinates was providing that. But I decided I'm going to do this without Batty's Coordinates and try to use the system that comes with vanilla Minecraft now, and see whether or not I work with it, or whether I'm going to be going back to Batty's Coordinates or anything like this. But I should at least give it a few episodes to see how much I like it and to adjust to it. And okay, we get this. Okay, good. Is it? Oh yes, and the sword. Good. And that means I can start to have some armor. Ooh. Well, assuming that there's any more in here. Oh, we got plenty in here. So we start out with the trousers. Okay, and ooh, my first piece of copper armor. And before long, I'll have a full set. It is now dawn. I think that means it's time for me to head out and find out what lands I would like to actually go to, since this was just a temporary mine here in which to start. So let's grab the last of the copper. I do have enough for some boots. Okay, I don't have enough for a chest plate yet, so I suppose that's the thing that's going to incentivize me to go and find some more. Oh, actually, let's get these tools all into my toolbar. Yes, I certainly don't need the old ones anymore. There we go. Using copper tools. Now, let's start exploring this world and see what's around here. Let's see, so far I have been heading, it says I am facing east. Now I'm hoping to do minimal exploration in most of the directions and do most of my exploration in one direction. That way, the next time there's an update that involves world generations, then I can go in the other direction and be able to continue on my way from there. Let's see. Okay, we've got pigs here. Okay, so we've got pigs, cattle. I want to see if I can find a nice place in which to set up a base. That usually takes a while. Actually, I should test out the copper axe on the trees. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I suppose that if you're used to efficiency 5 netherite axes, just say that it's too slow, but seeing that what I most recently used was a wooden axe, it seems nice and fast to me. There you go. I might as well grab some birch while I'm at it. That means plenty of wood. Oh yes, at some point I am going to be making some pumpkin pie. So I'll be using pumpkin farm. So of course, if I'm going to get a pumpkin farm, I might as well also get the ingredients for pumpkin pie. So I will be collecting eggs and sugar and the like, and perhaps getting up a setup so that I could make them in larger quantities. What is that structure up ahead? Is that a village or something else? Maybe some rocks playing tricks with my eyes. It does look like a regular structure. But I think it's more of a trick of the eyes than anything else. Yeah, interesting geologic formation, but I guess that's what you always get in Minecraft. Okay. Nothing all that interesting. But how effective? I was wondering how effective axes are at copper one specifically at getting cattle. Not very good. It's been either that or I am okay. It's just that I was woefully out of practice. Alright, that works. Now I'm going to be heading to 000 and making my decisions on what I do from there. Sheep. Now I'm wondering, is there such thing as copper shears? No, there aren't. I think I finally found something where I will be needing the iron. Alright, because I did say that I would be using copper for anything that didn't require iron. But it looks like that the shears are something that most absolutely do still require some iron. And that way we could keep the sheep alive. We don't have to sacrifice them in order to give me the ability to sleep. And it looks like I am going to be running this one close to the limit because it's getting near sunset. Okay, now I see. I say the brown sheep are rare enough that I figure I'll be having trouble finding a second one if I don't quickly get my limit in there. And also grab, well, I guess what I'll do is I'll grab some yellow flowers. Oh, well, that's 3. Oh, I got 3 white. Oh, okay. Fine, that'll work if I can find everything quickly enough. Oh. This is what happens when you try to rush things. Alright, let's see. We got 3 here. We've got 3 here. We've got a bed. We got sleepy time. Sweet dreams. And hopefully no creepers from that little escapade. It looks like I won't be able to take everything with me. I'm pretty close to 0, so I should be able to get back here in order to set things up once I get a nice base location in here. So I've put up a couple of lights here so that I can get back here and toss a few things into the chest that I might not immediately need. I guess that'll do for now. Grab the bed, and now I'm heading to, oops, that is, alright, this way to 0, 0. See what's at 0, 0 is an appropriate place because I want a nice central location. Okay, that's 0 that way. Well, now I can see why it didn't spawn at 0, 0 because it looks like 0, 0 is going to be, oh, it's not quite in the water. Nah, not quite in the water. It seems to be in this little woodland right over here. On top of this hill? Oh. Looks like I passed it by as I was... Alright, here we go. This is it right over here. Right here. This is my... I claim this 0, 0 spot for Pinetopia. And yeah, this actually might be a decent place. It's close to the water. It's got plenty of woodland nearby. Good. Yeah, I think I like it. I will take this spot, use this as my central base, and then decide what to do after that. So, while I ponder that, I'll see you in the next episode of Piney Plays Minecraft Pinetopia, apparently in the rain.